Hello, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's watching and listening right now in the podcast. Today is Thursday, January 29, 2026. I'm here to speak about the breaking news regarding the pregnant mom who was killed during an exchange of a car that she was selling through Facebook Marketplace. So imagine that. So I'm going to give you a trigger warning. So maybe this is not, if you're sensitive to stuff like that, maybe this is not the podcast or the video that you should be watching. And before I continue, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been following me on Spotify. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and you can leave a comment there. And if you follow the podcast on Spotify, every time I make a new episode, you get a notification. And of course, thank you so much, everybody who has been watching and subscribing on YouTube. Really means a lot to me, you guys. So crazy times that we're living in, right? There have been so many episodes, so many um, stories of people losing their life or just getting into physical altercation after they do this, this selling online, right? That require you to meet the person, right? Um, that's why you have to be so careful. And not even that, when I was reading this story, I was thinking about how now even like ordering food from like DoorDash or Uber Eats, people get threatened, right? Because they don't leave enough tip, right? People are so some people are so on edge, right? They will explode out of anything, right? And get angry out of you. A lot of people are counting so much on these side hustles that they do with Uber Eats and DoorDash, and like really, sometimes you have to do what you have to do, right? But when you when you are doing an order, if you're not getting the tip that you expect, please don't take it out on the customer, okay? People go back. Like there was a video that I made of a person who's put pepper spray, I believe it was, on the food that she delivered to the house. Like it's so crazy. We have to be so careful. But this case I'm gonna speak to you guys about is even worse. It's probably one of the worst cases I ever heard because the the compassion, the humanity was completely taken away from these people that this happened to, and it's just so tragic. I just can't believe that this is the society that we're living in right now. It's biblical too. In the last days, the love of many will grow cold. People are obviously, when I say people, I'm not saying everybody, but we see it so often, right? People are just losing the love for humanity. Just common sense. If you don't like something, if you don't like how you're treated at a restaurant, don't go back or leave your review, right? But don't go and like try to fight the server. Or there was another video at a Texas Roadhouse where somebody got angry with the host at Texas Roadhouse, which is always they're always so nice, right? And she grabbed her soup that was given to her. The customer grabbed the soup, a whole container of soup, extremely hot, and dump it on the host right there in front of everybody. And it's just the behavior is just out of control, right? Like I said, I give you trigger warning before I share the story because it is really sad. So it says here that new details have emerged of the fatal stabbing of a pregnant Illinois mother who was killed during a Facebook marketplace run. It says while her husband was at work. It says here that Thursday, Liza Morales was stabbed 70 times by a teenager who attacked her at her family apartment Monday night in Downs Grove, Illinois, a western suburb of Chicago. Morales was a 30-year-old mom of a 2-year-old girl and was 5 months pregnant with her second daughter at the time of the alleged murder. It says here that Nedas Rebucas, 19 years old, appeared already on court yesterday and was charged with first-degree murder, robbery, arson, homicide of an unborn child, and cruelty to animals. So this man went to see the car to basically, he saw the car on the Facebook Marketplace, and he went, I never use Facebook Marketplace. I barely use Facebook, but they listed the car for sale. He's like, I'm interested. Apparently, they connected. He went to see it, and he went to the house, right, to see the car. He went to see it. At some point on that exchange of seeing the car and giving her the money, he noticed that the car was not as listed. A used car not as listed, right? What are the chances it's a used car, right? So he got upset about the condition of the car. Not only did he kill this pregnant mom, right? He actually set the whole apartment on fire. It's just, it's just so unthinkable, like so crazy. And it says here that he was also charged with animal cruelty because the dog, the family dog, attempted to protect her during the attack, but the guy, the 19-year-old kid, actually also harmed the dog. Police say that Morales' husband, Gabriel Morales, had a pickup truck listed for sale on Marketplace in Rebucas came to the apartment to purchase the truck, but became upset at the condition of the vehicle, like I just told you. And investigators allege that the 19-year-old Westmont, Illinois man decided to take his frustration out on her and attack her. Reported that the investigators said the surveillance video showed Morales giving the the buyer a screwdriver, okay, in order to switch the license plate. So this sale was basically completed because the license plate is the last thing, right, that you put in the car after you buy it. So he was given the screwdriver to change the place. I'm just thinking, I really hope he didn't use the screwdriver. I don't even know what to say anymore. That's so sad, you guys. So it says here that he was given the screwdriver in order to switch the license plate of the vehicle, but minutes later, footage showed him approaching the family apartment door with the tool behind his back. About 20 minutes later, a smoke could be seen coming out of the apartment, and they say that police and firefighters responded to the scene soon after, putting out the fire in the apartment and discovering the mom deceased on the scene. Police reported that there is evidence that she really tried to stop him and from barging into the apartment and attacking her. So it says here that he told investigators that the victim had mentioned that she was pregnant during the struggle, but police allege that he continued to stab her dozens of times. This guy stabbed her 70 times. 70 times stabbing her, this pregnant mom who was just doing a transaction of something online that she listed online. Instead of saying the truck doesn't look like what I expected, I'm gonna pass and just walk away and leave. This 19-year-old guy got so upset that he did all of that and also set the whole apartment on fire. Like, that's insane, you guys. That's very wow. Let me see what else I can tell you here. He was at work, the dad, Gabriel, was at work when he said he received a call that his wife and expected second baby daughter had been killed. So she also lost the baby, right? And this is what he said to the press: I'm going to spend the rest of my life missing her. I mean, pregnant with the second baby, a 2-year-old also. And he's going to lose her like that. And also, they also lost their apartment, right? It's so sad, you guys. It says here that she worked hard for she was a very loving person. She worked very hard, but not for recognition, but because she believed in building a strong foundation for her family, and everything that she did was rooted in love. That's what the husband said. Trying to see if her 2-year-old was there too. I don't believe she was though. I mean, if you don't like, um, if you don't like, you know, the it's a transaction that was like a second old, right? You just exchange paperwork, probably exchange the money, and if you change your mind that second, you could, because you saw something that you didn't expect, you can be like, you know what, forget about all of this. I'm so sorry, but I'm not gonna continue forward with this. But he also went through the whole thing, even putting like excuse me, even putting the license plates and all of that, right? If finalizing everything, and then he's gonna take his anger out on her. So it says here that Precious, the 2-year-old, in was the beautiful 2-year-old daughter, the victim's in-law. She came to our life with kindness. I'm trying to see where the other 2-year-old was. If she was there or not. Give me one moment. I don't believe she was though. He was this guy. I mean, I'm looking at the photo of the person who assaulted her, who took her life. 19 years old, and it's so crazy. In just for reference, the car was a 1994 Ford Ranger. I mean, I'm not trying to say he had absolutely no reason to get like that, right? But like people, it's just there's always a solution for everything, right? And I don't understand why people can lose their temper like that. That the humanity is like erased from their brain. The compassion completely gone. Like they don't care about nothing else. I'm upset. I'm gonna take it out on somebody. It's crazy. This is why you have to be so careful, because you really don't know. You really don't know what people are dealing with, right? Mentally. And like I said, even like ordering these delivery things that people use all the time, you could see, if you go on the internet, if you go like on TikTok, you see people who do this part time, this whole delivery thing. There are great people, right, who've been doing it for so long, but there are just people who are just doing it to like pay a bill that they have to, and if they don't get that tip as they expect that they're gonna get, because they look up addresses on the online and they say, oh look, this is a rich neighborhood, so they're gonna tip me well or something, or the order is huge, so they're gonna give me a good tip, and then they get disappointed like that, and then they take their anger out on the customer. But you have to be so careful, because now they know where you live, right? They know your name, they possibly have your phone number too. So that's why you have to be so careful about stuff like that. So he had on Monday, he was so ready to exchange the bill of sale and the license plate of the car. And so there is a video of it. He said, I don't think they should release that video, to be honest. That's so tragic. It says here, during the meeting, surveillance video from the victim's building reportedly captured him arriving to meet her around 5:30 p.m. Then the victim handed him the screwdriver to change the plates. Then she was seen to being having a struggle with the suspect before the door slammed, and she tried to access the door handle. Can be seen turning from the inside, appearing as if somebody is trying to open the door to get out. And approximately 10 minutes later, a smoke is coming out. Wow. And then the fire department got there around 6:09. So they were able to find him, right? And they found him with the suspect, the 19-year-old. They found him with his girlfriend, just in their house, and the truck was parked outside. And then the police found the bloody clothing, and then he confessed. And okay, so here's my question that I had about the 2-year-old. Morales was the mother of a 2-year-old who was not present at the time. Thanks be to God that the 2-year-old daughter was not there. So you guys, another sad story. And I really hope, I tell you guys all the time, this GoFundMe that I share is so that we can come together, even if we don't know them, but to kind of show compassion and, that we sympathize with the heartbreak that they're going through right now. So Gabriel, the husband, has set up a GoFundMe to help with everything and to help the 2-year-old, right, and himself, right? So I'm gonna put the link here. If you're led to donate to help out the family, you can do so. You can always pray for them. Excuse me. You can always pray for them. It's um, such a tragic loss. It only reminds us how much we have to be careful. Thank you guys so much for coming to the channel. Thank you to everybody who's listening and watching the podcast. Have a good day.